Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how to display this about form as a modeless dialog. So here you will learn how to use the show method and display this as a modeless dialog. These are all the slide decks from the previous two parts. So if you see here, this is our main dialog. So when you launch the application, the dialog will get displayed. We already designed this dialog in the previous part. That means in part 2, we talked about this dialog. Now in this video, we will design a form about dialog, and this will contain only one label control, and this dialog will get launched when we click the about button. So once you click the about button, it will display the dialog. Then these two will not get displayed here because we are going to change this form as a dialog, and once user clicks this, the control will come back here. So here we are displaying this as a modeless. So this means it's not kind of retaining the control. Once we launch the dialog, both form will be active. That means both the dialog will be active. You can move this, and you can move the caller, the parent also. Alright, now let us see. This is the about, right? btn about click event. That's what we are implementing here. And first we will create this instance. So this is our form about. First we will create the instance of this about dialog using the new keyword. Then after that, if you see from about dialog, so this is just a form, right? From the form we are making call to the show method. So what happens here in this event routine, if you see, we have statement 1. Here we are we are creating the about dialog, then we are making call to the show method. Let's assume that we have some other code here, 3 and 4. So let's say you are displaying some message box. So what happens after showing this method, the call will not get blocked. So here we are making call to display this dialog, and the call will not get blocked, and it will still continue executing this. That means even before closing this dialog, and if we placed some other statement here, 3 and 4, that will also get executed. So that's what we mean here. So here the show method won't block the current thread. So here execution is going on, right? From here we reached here, and then we are invoking the dialog and we are showing it. And if there are some other statement, the control will still resume. The control will continue, execution control, So, and in the meantime, the dialog also will get displayed. So it will execute all the statement and it will return. And if there are some other event driven code here, let's say there is one more button here which will perform some action, you can continue with that button action. So if there is some other event routine here, say some other button click event, and you can produce that event and the code will run. So that means this dialog is not blocked when a form about is displayed. So here we are just seeing how the modeless dialog work. Now you can think of this FRM about as some other functionality like a search or something else like that. So you can continue with the search operation here, and in the meantime you can proceed with some task in the main dialog. So that's all here. Now we will go to the demo. So if you see here, we have FRM about, and it contains a label. So you can add a new dialog, I mean the new form, using the add new item Windows form. For now I am naming it as FRM about 1. So then you can place a label control, and to the label control property we need to type multi-line text, right? So just expand this arrow, then and you can see the text here. Press enter to begin new line, control enter to accept the text. So here what I'm doing, I'm just typing line 1, hitting the enter button, line 2, line 3, then this time I'm pressing down the control and hitting the enter, and you can see the label now displays 3 line of text. So this is not required now, I'm deleting it. Likewise, if you see here, we created this form and we kept the text as FRM about, or we can name it as about form. So whatever you want to type, you can type, that will come here as a title. Then the name what we are giving is as FRM about. So this is the name we are giving for our form. Then form border style, here we are choosing fixed tool window. Since we are choosing fixed tool window, we don't need to worry about maximize and minimize box. But if you choose fixed dialog, then you have to turn this minimize and maximize box as false. Alright, here we are choosing a fixed tool window. That's all here. So only these properties are important. Now let's go back to our main dialog. So this main dialog we already designed in our previous video. I'm clicking on the about button, then choosing the event and double clicking the click event. So now if you see here, FRM about, and this is our form name. FRM about is the form name. So as already explained in the slide, here we create the instance of our about dialog. Then we will make a call to the show method. So now we can run this, and you can see the form is displayed here. User creation form. This is our main form, or we can say main dialog. You cannot resize it. Now I'm clicking the about, and this will display our about dialog. So when about dialog is displayed, so at present you can see this is grayed out, and about this example is in the top position. That means currently it has the focus. Now if I click here, you can see the focus is shifted to the color. That means I can access both the dialog. So Form dialog, if you see, you cannot resize it. So it's a tool window. That means you cannot resize it. So just open the notepad so that the dialogs will look with a good contrast. So now the About dialog is in focus. Now I'm shifting the focus. That means I can access both. Here, if you see, I can type something here. I can move this dialog. I can move this also. So that's the use of the displaying the dialog as a modeless dialog. Here we created a form and we displayed that as a modeless dialog. Okay, now we will print something here. Here we are using system.diagnostics.debug.print message1, message2, exit from this event routine. Some message we are printing and that will appear here in the output window. So I already cleared the content using the clear all from our previous run. So now you can see once the message, the About dialog is displayed, the control will return immediately here and it will print all this message in the output window. Even before closing this FRM About dialog, the About dialog, this message get printed in the output. That means this is not a blocking call. The control execution flows here and it prints this message, then it prints this one and it prints the final message and exits. And this diagnostics debug print are already covered in our previous subseries, in the debugging subseries. So I'm not going much deep inside here. Alright, now we will test it. So first we have to clear this to see the output clearly. Now I am going to display the About dialog, and you can see the About dialog is displayed, and in the meantime these messages also printed. That means this call is not blocked here, right? So you can see the About dialog is displaying here. So this is how both dialogs are active. That means you can activate your main form also and you can perform some task. Alright, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.